a lot of times people are, scared in the court system to mention God or religion. And, I'm the exact opposite from the standpoint, like drug court, for instance. They have to go to one Celebrate Recovery week, which Celebrate Recovery is not denominational based, but it's in a church. And it's not to make them get religion or, to say, oh, you have to believe in God or you can't finish drug court. I remember I had a girl one time, and she came up to me and she said, Judge McCooey, I don't believe in God. And I said, no, I didn't. And she goes, well, I don't. And I don't like it that you make me go to Celebrate Recovery in a church. And I said, Celebrate Recovery is not denominational based, but I said it is spiritual. And I'm requiring it because everybody needs to do it. And she said, well, you're just trying to make me believe in God. I said, no. I said, that's your choice. I mean, you can believe in God or not. But I said, I'll tell you this. I said, you got to have some kind of relationship with some kind of higher power to be successful at getting off drugs. I'll tell you that, because you got to have some kind of base. I mean, I don't know what that's going to be, but you got to have something. Well, she was so angry. But I remember when she finished drug court, she said in her exit interview exactly about being so angry with me. And she said, but I still go to Celebrate Recovery because the people are so nice. And she said, and I'm getting a relationship with a higher power. And Judge McCooey was right about that. And I just kind of laughed to myself. And it's not to make them believe in God or to be some religion. That isn't what Celebrate Recovery is about. It's about teaching them that you got to have a foundation, whatever that is. And, I'm a very religious person, but that's a personal, in other words, I always tell people, I hope people know I'm a Christian by my actions, not because I run around and go, I'm a Christian and, aren't I wonderful? That's not what it's about. It needs to be, well, what do you do? That's what it's all about. But I don't ever push religion on them. But Celebrate Recovery, I think, is important. But if they talk to me about it, I'm happy to talk to them, because I think sometimes we get where we think that's a bad thing, and it doesn't need to be. That's a good thing in people's lives. They need to have a base, whatever that is. I think I always say this, there's two mindsets when it comes to the law and how we look at the law. And I don't know if one's better than the other. I don't think so. I think it's just two ways of looking at it. I think we got one group, and I'll put it in the context of judges, who think it's their job to sit on the bench from 8 to 5 to dispense justice, and they do it, and they do a great job, a lot of them. There's nothing wrong with that. But I think there's another group that I'm part of that says, no, the law and justice and what we do is so much more than just 8 to 5, Monday through Friday. It is about making the system better, about making it work for everyone, about making a difference in people's lives, about not being scared to try new things, to put yourself out there as a resource to help people. And that is why I love the law, because I think the law is such a living, breathing, real thing. And it's not just something in a book, and it's not just something 8 to 5, Monday through Friday. It's 7 days a week, 24/7. And there's so many possibilities and so many things that can be done. And I think that's exciting. I really do. And so, like I said, I love being a judge. I loved being a lawyer, and I never thought I would be either one of those. But I love both of them. And there's just so many things that we can do to help folks. And that's the great thing about the law. You know, it's like, how can we use it to help people? It's good stuff. It's great stuff. I mean, really, it is just, like I said, we're doing great things here. But, you know, the sad thing is, which that's when my mom gives me stuff like that, you know, I had to go down and teach a circle sentencing portion at one of our judges' conferences. And I had gotten a grant, and we had done a training video, and our presiding judge, we sent out a nice DVD with a letter from him to every presiding judge in each one of our 67 counties, and, you know, told them about the training and da-da-da. So when I went and did the actual training at our judges conference, I probably had about 20 judges who came, which I was shocked that many came. And of course they were all excited, and I was like, hey, you know, I've got all the stuff. I mean, I've got a grant that I got where I've got a web-based program where I keep track of all my stats. We've got training videos. I mean, you don't need to reinvent the wheel. I mean, I will come train people, blah, blah, blah. Never heard from any of them. Which, you know, I think people are, as I say, great out of the gates. Everybody's, yeah, we need to do these things. But then you never see them a week, a month. And you know, I'll be honest with y'all, it has to come from the judge. In other words, judges love to dictate things because, I think egos get in the way, and I'm a judge, and you go do this, and you do this. I don't do that. I say, hey, we're going to do this program, and I'm right there with them because I want them to see the enthusiasm and to hear it from me to say, man, she's really into this, so I'm going to get into it too. You know, it's got to start with the judge. If it doesn't start with the judge, you're not going to get anywhere, you know? So I don't ever sit there and point fingers and, you know, like quilting. I don't tell my volunteers, hey, y'all go quilt with them and I hope it goes well. No, I'm right down there every Saturday with them. I mean, you know, they have to feel it from me, you know, and I think that's part of the problem too, is we don't have enough judges who are willing to jump in there and say, yeah, I gotta get my hands dirty, and, you know, we gotta really be out there. And there's nothing wrong with that. If anybody is ever interested, we have a website that my office just created that has every one of our programs on it for, you know, our judicial circuit here in Montgomery County. And if you'll just type in Montgomery County, Alabama, and it will bring up the county website, and you will see 15th Judicial Circuit, which you click on that, and that's got every one of our programs. And you can download our training videos. They're YouTube, so you can download those. We've got all our brochures, all our articles. And if anyone ever wants to talk to me about anything, they can call me at work, which my number is area code 334-832-1367, or you can email me at McCooey, and that's all lowercase, TMCCOOEY @bellsouth.net. So I would love to hear from anyone who ever needs help with getting any of these things I started, you know, that I talked about started, or if you got ideas that you can share with me, please call me because I'm always open to new things that we can do.